Alright, so today I'm going to be replacing the cabin filter on my 2011 Mazda X3. The filter is located obviously on the inside of the car, but normally with vehicles the air filter is within the glove compartment. In this particular vehicle, it's a little cumbersome to deal with this, but we'll get it done. It's located right here. So we're going to have to remove this panel out and then go through the necessary steps. I got this filter online, and as you can see on the picture here, there's two filters. So that's another interesting thing about this car. For such a small car, it's got two filters. I guess it's a good thing. So let's get started. Okay. Basically you just pry this off. It's also ideal to remove this panel right here, and it usually comes down if you just give it a slight pull. There you go. You gotta remove this out of the way. So the filter housing is right back here, all the way in the back, and it's being held in place by two Phillips screws. They're right here next to each other. One right here, right behind this tab, and one a little further out. Take those screws out, and then we're going to take this cover out. Obviously, it has this plug in. Ideally, it'd be nice to move this prior to moving the cover, but it seems very difficult. So we'll do that afterwards. I don't even think it's needed to be removed, but let's start by removing the screws here. That's one screw. Like I said, the other one is right next to it. There you go. There you go. That's the cover. This is where the filters are. And the way the filters are situated, there's two of them, like I said earlier, and they're not back to back. They're one on top of the other. So you remove the first one. And I'm telling you, this is not as easy as it looks. I've done this in the past. So there you go. You pull out the first filter, and then the second one is right on top. You drop that one and you pull it out. So in my case, the filters are not that bad. Well, yeah, they are. Anyway, it's been a couple of years. Who wants to breathe this? I mean, look what's coming out of there. So it's always good to put your hand in there. There's not much actually inside. If there is, clear out that cabin. There's not much coming out. And if you really want to go crazy with it, get a small vacuum and get in there and vacuum it. But in my case, I'm feeling nothing in there other than what just came out. All right. So now we'll take the new filters. All right, I want to show you something here. So the two filters, there's a slight difference between the two filters, and that main difference is right here. This one, the top filter that should go on top, has a little foam on top of it. That's the filter that goes up. Now, another thing I want to show you is the way this works is when you put the top filter in, see this, it's almost like a track here. The top filter needs to rest on the track of this filter. And that's how basically you install it. Also, another thing to point out is that the right side tabs a little wider than the left side. So the right side tabs need to be facing towards the cover of the housing, meaning on the outside. And that's all there is to it. We'll start with the top filter because obviously this needs to go upward. Sometimes it might stay by itself up there so you can slide the second one. Sometimes it might not. You might have to hold it with your hand. But like I said, it's a little challenging, but we'll get it done. There you go. Both filters are in place. Now we push this back in. And we're going to put the two screws back on. I'll just get them started a little bit by hand because it makes it easier when I go in there with the drill. Pretty much done with the filters. Now we gotta put this upper cover back on. Just gotta find the right slots in here. Basically, these tabs need to lock in. Done. Now we'll put the last cover, which is this side panel right here. Same thing here, you're just locking these two tabs in place. There's also a tab right here that needs to go in. There you go. Good to go. Cabin filter in a Mazda 3 2011 has been replaced. I've owned a lot of cars over the years, and I could easily say this vehicle is the most cumbersome when it comes to replacing cabin filters. Anyway, I hope you found that video helpful. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. All the good stuff that YouTube offers, I would really and greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one.